Alright, hi you guys, this is Angie with Beauties and the Bigfoot, and today is Sunday, May 25th. I'm up at my lake house, so I wanted to do a quick video for you guys for a couple reasons. A lot of you that follow the Bigfoot on YouTube and Facebook and all those other platforms have probably seen Scott Carpenter's video he did on Patty, and that's an interesting theory, and that is one that I wanted to talk about with you guys. First off, though, Chuck Jacobs, Arizona, is amazing. He made me think with something he said in one of his videos about Patty like a week or so ago. And if you guys, most of you have come over to my channel from his channel, but if you have not, go to his channel and give him a like and a subscribe, because he is amazing and he has a wealth of information and experience, and he's very generous in his networking, and I often tell him he's the ambassador to the Bigfoot. So go and check his channel out if you guys haven't already. He is amazing. In one of his videos, I think I just watched it last week, it could have been from before, he had brought up the idea that Patty from the Patterson-Gimlin footage was probably still alive, according to what we understand about their age lengths, which that's fascinating to me, because for some reason I just never put two and two together that she could possibly still be out there living. I, for one reason or another, just thought of the footage and that was it. I didn't think about her again. But he's absolutely right. According to when the PNG film was taken, and now, she would still possibly be alive unless, you know, health reasons or any other reasons that might have happened that would cause her demise. So that hit me like a ton of bricks, and I was like, he's right. She is probably still alive, and I wonder how she's doing and what, if she had children, how they're doing, what her life is like, all the things. So then that brings me back to Scott Carpenter's video about what happened and how there was a massacre and how the PNG film was involved in that. I don't think they were involved in the massacre itself, if the massacre even happened, if that is factual and not just a made-up story. I am on the fence about that, whether there was a massacre or not. A lot of people say, oh, they would never, ever be able to kill a Bigfoot. They would never be able to do that. I don't believe that that's true. I think there are different species or different branches within the Bigfoot community. Yes, some have these abilities to portal in and out of places at will, and to cloak themselves. I don't believe that all of our forest friends have those abilities to do that. The one thing that I think that this our forest friends, no matter which kind they are, and I believe there are many different kinds of the Bigfoot. I don't think they're just one cookie cutter, all the same of the Bigfoot. I think the one thing that they do all have in common is their abilities to thrive and survive in the wilds, if you would call it, in the forests. I think that is the one thing that they all have in common, is that they can all do that. I don't believe that they all have the ability to portal in and out of dimensions. Just like us as a human species, we don't all have the same abilities within ourselves. Some have abilities, some don't have abilities. So I see our forest friends as the same way. Some have abilities, some don't have abilities. The one thing they have in common is that they can all survive in the wild. So that's where I think their common thread is. So would it be possible to ambush a certain group that maybe did not have abilities? Yes. Do I believe that they can be killed with a gun? Some of them, yes. Some of them, no. Do I think that they would be able to be captured? Again, some yes, some no. If it went down the way that they say it went down, that is absolutely disgusting and disgraceful. And the people that were involved in that should be ashamed of themselves. Not only for the Bigfoot that were quote unquote unalived and cut up as trophies. Sorry about that, my phone cut out. Not only for the Bigfoot that were unalived and cut up and taken back as trophies, if that happened, some people were saying that there's no way they would have been able to get them across the border to Canada. You got to remember, back then, it wasn't that strict. I mean, drugs were moving across the borders all the time. And it would have been easy to, back then, do whatever they had to do to get these parts across the border. I don't think that would have been a problem. It would be a problem today. I don't see that happening. I think it possibly could happen. I mean, where there's a will, there's a way, but shame on them. But do I think that Patty was involved if there was a terrible incident that happened, like they're saying that happened? She was way too calm. She was way too calm to have witnessed that, and she was walking at a brisk pace, but she did not seem to be upset after having witnessed something like that. There didn't seem to be labor, breathing. And I've never watched a film. I've only seen a small snippet of the film, and it's really hard for me to tell. I've never watched a film, so I don't know. But I can't believe if she was anywhere near that she would have been that calm as she was from the small snippet of the film that I did see. So I'm not saying that it did happen. I'm not saying that it didn't happen because I don't know and I have no idea how she would have been involved in that, if she would have been involved in that, or if she would have witnessed it. It seems like she would have been a little bit more upset by what just happened, and her demeanor did not seem to be, from what the little snippet that I saw, her demeanor did not seem to coincide with witnessing something that horrific. So I don't know how that plays out, but that's a interesting thing, and it's pretty much anywhere you look. The Scott Carpenter story is out there, and it's going around, and I think it's been around for like 5 days, but it just came up on my feed today, and I just listened to the whole thing. So that was interesting. But yeah, and it was interesting to me because it popped up on my feed after I had listened to Chuck say about Patty possibly still being alive today, which that thrills me, because it just didn't click in my mind. Knowing that they lived 200 to 300 years, it just didn't click in my mind that she would still be around. I never thought about what happened to her after she was filmed. It didn't occur to me. So that was an interesting little thing that I wanted to discuss with you guys and see what you guys thought about that situation that I had run across today. And as always, thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel and for coming on this journey with me. I'm hoping tomorrow to get out there when I get home and go to one of my areas and do my Bigfoot walk. We'll see what the time allows. And I'm trying to remember, it went out of my mind. I had wanted to discuss something else with you guys, and I can't think of what it was now, so we're just going to let that be. And if I can come across that now, I've got to record these as I'm thinking about them, or else it'll go right out of my mind within a couple days. So I hope you guys are having a great Memorial Day weekend and enjoy your time with your families tomorrow. And thank you again for being here with me as I document my experiences with my Bigfoot family and with the other forest friends that I come across. All right, you guys, have a great Sunday night.